lot of the questions there, especially towards the end, were about that Maryland father who was deported to El Salvador. The thing that stood out to me is kind of this game of pass the buck they seem to be playing there in the Oval Office. The president was asked about it. He deferred to Attorney General Pam Bondi, who said something else. And then the El Salvadoran president was asked about it, and he said, basically, I don't have the power to make the U.S. take back someone they don't want to take. What did stand out to you?
Yeah. Completely passing the buck here. That's right, because what he said is he can't smuggle someone back into the United States. It would only be smuggling, of course, if the U.S. wasn't welcoming him back. But, of course, the Supreme Court just said last week that they need to facilitate his return. The way most people interpreted that order was that they needed to go to El Salvador to talk to them and see if they would release him. Now, if for some reason El Salvador said no, the Supreme Court drew a line at effectuating his return. In other words, they can't send in the military. That might be going too far for a judge to order that. But facilitating would certainly mean opening our borders and allowing him to come in legally to be returned to his family, since he did have legal status to begin with. Another thing we've heard a lot from the Trump administration today is that his legal status that he got in 2019 through an immigration judge was a moot point because he was an MS-13 member. But we've never seen any evidence presented in court that connected him to MS-13 or to committing any kind of violent crime.